We're just gonna kind of chill here for a minute. Fucking. Oh, and I don't remember if I told you, Philip, but I think a new thing that I'm going to start doing is I'm gonna learn how to make some YouTube shorts, and I think I'm going to start doing streams and posting them up on the squad's channel, but
Oh, fair
specifically
enough.
for TCG openings. I have 2 booster boxes on the way right now, or they should be
Isaiah's
on the way
becoming a
tomorrow.
scalper.
What?
It's cool. Isaiah's becoming a scalper. It's pretty epic.
What do you mean scalper? How am I scalping? I'm not reselling the booster boxes.
Yet.
The fuck you on about? Shut up. Anyways, um, gonna be opening 2 of those next week, and then probably just post up the unboxing fucking streams on there, because it seems like TCG videos do pretty well, and shorts, if I can get good pulls, which shouldn't be too hard because they're pretty decent about returning your money at the very least when you buy a whole booster box. So probably put those, turn those into shorts, and then post those up on the channel as well.
Yeah. What else are you gonna do?
Fuck it.
That's what I'm saying. Need some way to start broadcasting the channel.
All right, I'm about to get my Conqueror to rep 1.
Hey, that's what's up.
I just started the stream, so probably start
Okay.
getting a few people in. Oh,
The Stand with Ukraine bundle.
yeah, actually, no, dog. Did you see the shit that's in that bundle?
I mean, it's definitely a good amount of shit. There's a lot.
Not just that, but there's actually quality in there too. The
There's
first 2
Fable
games are
Anniversary
Back for Blood
Metro.
and Metro Exodus.
Yeah.
Okay. It's supposed to be like 70 tomorrow.
Nice.
Huh?
Oh, excuse me. I'm jumping. Bing!
But yeah, Fox. I should be alive pretty much all night. I don't see any reason why I'm not going to.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna play some Apex with Philip if you want to join us, Fox too.
Oh, I'm so down. I've been waiting to play Apex with somebody.
On my For Honor currently just doing Dominion and shit.
Yeah, I'm down for that later too.
I am on stream and you're in your boxers, bud.
Boxers are allowed.
I don't know about that.
They are definitely allowed.
They are definitely allowed. There's hot streams, okay?
Huh? People that there are trolls that come in to random low-end fucking streams and try and report them and get them banned. Quite a bit.
Boxers are.
Since when?
So, but Isaiah, that's gonna happen regardless.
Interesting. Did not know this. That's fair, but we all know that Twitch is sexist too. Work for Twitch. That's a tongue twister. Let me tell you.
Are white hoodies allowed?
I would.
No.
Wait, what if I poke some holes in it?
Philip,
You
what
hoe
race-
ass nigga, shut up.
Uh, I'm Mexicano.
I don't know, man. I don't think.
Fox and Can, I'm gonna need you guys to turn on your motherfucking cams.
Excuse me. This
Give me a second. I need to adjust my marijuana.
This is a totalitarianism. All right, turn on
Yeah.
your fucking cam.
Isaiah, I don't think Twitch will approve of you talking to Fox.
In that tone, yeah.
I hate this guy. Done with y'all.
He is a protected veteran.
Hey man, I'm just trying to help you, dude.
I'm
just
a
trying to help you
cripple.
get the best rate.
No, you're
Yeah,
not.
He's a veteran cripple. He's a cripple.
I am a
of foreign
cripple.
wars.
No, you're not.
He's a crippled war vet.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at me. Fucking
Oh, excuse
cripple.
me. I might die.
Yeah, you might not be able to see it from there, but he surely is handicapped.
Yeah. No, he's handy capable.
Yeah.
He's handicapable.
That sounds like a threat.
He may or may not be.
You're handicapable too if you keep talking.
Fuck
My
you, pussy.
my fucking
was
the
defending
one
you.
thing on my
Brett, that sounds more like someone's girlfriend would say. I'm very
See, the-
handicapped.
the one thing on my
I
new
got
place
my
is
cam
that
on.
it needs like a new front door because it's just a weak door. And I always tell people when they're like, "Well, why do you gotta change the front door?" I'm like, "It looks kick-inable."
That's fair. James James was shocked because the first night he came home after the bars closed, he was wrestling around on the door and shit, trying to unlock it because I locked it. And I came around the fucking corner, it was just fucking ready to start charging down. And he's just like, Isaiah, are you okay? Why are you screaming and yelling shit? I'm like, my G, I've had my door kicked in twice.
Fair enough.
you didn't do. At least you didn't go down like no punk.
Yeah, fair enough. Bro, I was looking at these topics, and some of them I actually am excited to talk about because I actually have something to contribute.
Yeah?
Fantastic.
Yes.
But
And then I also added
well,
something in there recently too. It was a couple.
It's-
It was about an hour ago.
fair enough. Well, it's been. I gave Carter 10 minutes, so if he joins, he joins. If not, then if not. But everyone, welcome to the podcast. I am your host, Afro Black. We got like fucking in between like 6 and 10. I can't count. Probably like 7 different things that we can talk about tonight. So that should be interesting. Got the co-host Flip Flop, Chunko,
Flippy
Drunko, and
floppy.
Fox. But
I can't
you,
believe
at
I'm
this
there.
point, you guys probably know their regular names at this point. It doesn't matter. Kane, why the fuck is your face cream not on?
What am I, fucking lame? I don't want people seeing my face.
Do it now. Do
I
it.
am.
What am I, a dweeb?
Fucking do it.
Dude, I'm paranoid as fuck.
And
I don't want people looking at me.
Gonna blast this fucking fool.
anyways,
Besides, I'm too busy killing women and men.
Women and men? That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Both of them?
Yeah. At the
Okay.
same time sometimes.
but I think the first article we'll actually talk about is the bundle that we were just discussing a little bit. So, Humble Bundle has had this bundle out for Ukraine specifically. They've been trying to raise money for the military and also for humanitarian reliefs. Or actually, no, it's just humanitarian. Sorry. But I think that if I had to guess, they've probably had this one out for about 2 weeks. There's 4 days left in it. For $40, you get to get some of the like highlights of it are Back for Blood, Metro Exodus PC Enhanced Edition, Spyro Reignited Trilogy, Max Payne 3, Sunset Overdrive, which that is a fucking fantastic game. I'm still so mad that they did not put the multiplayer on computer.
I'm mad they made the game fucking broken as shit.
Oh yeah, didn't you buy it, Kane?
Yeah.
Was it just a terrible PC port, I'm assuming?
Oh, you're goddamn right. It crashes every 20 seconds.
Let's see here. Another couple actually like pretty, I wouldn't say sleeper hits, but I actually see quite a few people playing. The Long Dark, This War of Mine, Final Cut, Slay the Spire, Starbound, and let's see here. Yeah, a couple of the Amnesia games just to list off a few, but there's like 120 games in this bundle. It's like $2,500 worth of games and DLC and shit, and you get it for $40, and you're helping a good cause. So, if you guys haven't picked it up already, or at least haven't looked at it, I would recommend going to look at it. There's about 4 days left. What about you guys? You guys like it, love it? You guys gonna pick up the bundle? What's going on here?
I should,
I'm not.
but I spent a lot of money just to, today.
That's fair.
And it would be nice to have all those games, and it's kind of like something I really don't want to miss, just to have them,
Well, shit,
'Cause
man.
sooner or
Like,
later, I'm going to look into my fucking Steam library, and I'm like, I should play one of these.
Yeah.
I'm actually curious. What's near the bottom? I've never
My
heard of
problem is
Xmorph.
trying to justify myself to buy any games right now because I just have so many already that I haven't played. Like, there's shit GTFO. I requested a fucking refund for today because I've been trying to play it for the last year and we haven't played it.
I mean, to be fair, we were trying to play it last weekend, but one of us disappeared. I don't remember which, though. It was either Julio randomly disappeared or Carter got off randomly. I don't remember which.
Something like that. It's hard having 4 people.
It
World
is.
War II, we played once.
I keep
And-
it specifically because I actually find the game fun, and I know eventually we will get to it. It's been one of those things.
Yeah. Well, Blood Bowl 3 is coming out soon. I just got Blood Bowl 2 because it was on a ridiculous sale.
You got what?
Blood Bowl 2 was on a big ass sale at the time.
Oh,
that I got.
Blood Bowl. Okay. I know, Chuck.
Yeah.
Oh, this
But,
shit comes with 2 D&D core rule books.
Damn.
God damn.
The Save Ukraine bundle?
Yeah. Comes with Starfinder core rulebook and Pathfinder. Comes with a Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, a 2nd edition core rulebook. Let's see here. What's this?
So they're Not D&D.
a Army of Darkness comic, Red Sonja, Soviet Daughter, The Blight, Incal, The Boys, Judge Death, something in possibly Russian, I'm not for sure. And then, oh wow, it comes with a Unity developer course. Two of them actually. Holy shit! So I'd
A
honestly
lot.
for $40 this is actually insane.
Photo optimizer.
You ever get like curious when you see shit like this, where it's like, was it actually the support Ukraine thing, or was it the fact that they wanted to sell this shit, and then they're
And
like,
now that's a
Yeah,
way to
"We
sell
can
it.
use
And now
this
they
as
have a
pushing
reason.
point."
Yeah, they have a pushing point to get rid of all this shit that they made zero
like,
money
yeah.
off of in the first place. Because my one thing that's a little weird to me too is like I get that it's crazy that you can get all this stuff
Moon Boy
for only
Kuda, thanks
$40,
for the
but it's
follow,
like
homie. Appreciate it.
if someone wants to
7.3%.
you wanna put a donation for anything under than
Hopefully,
$40,
please don't crash.
right? Dude, you can't donate anything under $40.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know how they set the price for the value packs. It might just be a combination. If I had to guess, it's combination of like quantity and if or how many of the games are AAA. That's the only things I
Did
can
you
think of.
happen- Yeah. Did you happen to like read on how the money gets distributed to charity, or like to the?
Let's see here. It go 100% of the proceeds go to Rezom of Ukraine International Rescue Committee, International
Okay.
Medical Corps, and Direct Relief. Those are. It looks like those are the core organizations. Let's see
It's
here.
no like. I was just asking just in case it's like cut goes to the fucking guys who made the shit, and then whatever's left goes to Ukraine. Because at that point, with all the shit in, it's like you spend $40, but like 40 cents goes to Ukraine.
I get what you're saying.
Haven't seen you. Well, I
Well,
don't
it
know your
says
Twitch
so
name, dog.
far-
So you're gonna have to tell me who specifically you are, my G.
It says already, Kane, that 9,441,245 have been raised already.
Which is pretty good because I guess the fund is going towards obviously food, water, basic supplies, which probably includes medical, shelter, and then safety.
That's good.
So, but I mean, regardless of the Ukrainian thing, if like it's fantastic. I'm assuming I would like to hope at least because of how Humble Bundle is and how often they actually donate money, because that's the whole point of Humble Bundle. I would like to say at least 60% of the funds is going towards that. But regardless, that
Said
is this.
100%, so
Oh well, yeah.
unless
Sorry.
unless they're actually caught lacking on that, that's like, but that's like fraud, I believe. That just
Yeah,
classifies
no,
as
that's
fraud.
fair.
Fraud. Fuck.
But outside of the
I
charity
can't.
aspect or for
Fraud.
the Ukrainian relief aspect, $40 for that. Most of these game or some of these games I'm seeing in here are worth like $60 still. So it's just like for $40 you're getting a lot. And also if you're trying to become a game developer or a programmer or something like that, they have courses on here that you get to keep forever that show you the intro shit. Like there's I don't know what photo optimizer is. It doesn't look like Photoshop.
It makes your photos look better.
I guess so. It's technically
Optimize
Photoshop,
your
I guess.
photos.
It's one aspect.
You mean it's just a image editor,
Yes.
a la Photoshop, GIMP, whatever the fucking Chinese one is.
But yeah, I'm done simping over the bundle. But if you guys are interested in it, obviously go to humblebundle.com and look at it, see if there's anything you guys like, and go from there. Let's see here. Well, wait, this Kotaku article is saying that they've raised over 12 mil. Nah,
have no idea.
I'm confused.
It might not be just from Humble Bundle.
Let's see. Bundle. No, that's not.
Nope. Oh, that's why I'm not pressing block. Unfortunately.
Indie digital storefront itch.io has raised over 6 mil via its recently ended bundle for Ukraine charity package. Meanwhile, Humble Bundle's similarly large collection of games and comics has already raised over 6 mil, with 6 days left before its end.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
that's just regurgitating all the other shit that we're talking about. All right. So found out that Netflix isn't done making absolute bangers for shows. It looks like Tekken is their next one on the line to make a killer animated series.
I don't think that.
Are they done raising their prices?
Yeah.
I think the newest increase is $20.
Nice.
So they're very close for me ending that shit, because at this point, like, they're
Please do remember, yeah, they're coming out with a Tekken show or like a Tekken series, which sounds fucking awesome. But like, think of everything else, like 99% of the rest of Netflix that is actually shit.
That's fair.
Yeah.
At this point,
Like, don't get me
I'm
wrong,
still
Disney-
paying $7 for my Hulu.
Like,
I don't want to
get me
pay no
wrong.
20 for my fucking Netflix.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. They come out with some good shit. Like, I really liked them doing Stone Ocean. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
That was awesome. They did the JoJo, and they did the masturbation scene. That was fucking epic. You know?
I don't know about that.
all
Let's see
great.
here. It puts
They just don't
focus
provide
on
enough.
fighter Jin Kazama. First introduced in 1997's Tekken 3, Jin wants revenge for the death of his mother, June, at the hands of an apparent demon, ogre, also from Tekken 3, and the only way to get it is seeking out training from his grandfather. I don't know how to pronounce his first name. Heihachi? Heihachi?
You don't know this motherfucker, Heihachi, the man who ate a fucking tomahawk?
It's
The
pretty great.
greatest, the strongest human alive? The only nigga that can go toe to toe with anybody holding a devil gene?
It's pretty good.
Yeah. the dude
Let's
who
see
put
here.
put his mind into a bear just so he could go get horny.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Longtime fans know that Hayachi is ultimately the big bad of the entire franchise, but he's more than willing to help his grandson become powerful by beating the living hell out of him.
Fair enough. That's basically what it looked like.
That's what
Let's
it
see
be.
here.
Support.
It's so it looks like he's obviously gonna eventually go to the King of Iron Fist tournament. Let's see here. It's there at the tournament where he'll brush shoulders with a variety of characters across Tekken's history, including Jaguar Mask King, Paul Phoenix from the original Tekken, and Tekken 7's DLC fighter Leroy Smith, and Jin's father Kazuya Mishima.
Yeah.
Mishima.
Yeah, the Mishima. They gotta go to the Mishima. Zaibatsu. They gotta keep the Mishima company alive, you know what I mean? He's gotta rake in those millions of dollars to throw his body into a fucking fish next time.
Jesus.
Which I'm 100% for. I'm 1000% for. Like, I don't know if you know this, but Tekken is fucking wild. At least story-wise.
Ah, Conqueror, Rep 1. Sorry, I
Pretty
had
damn
to say
hype, gameplay-wise.
that. Alright, time to get Valk.
Oh yeah, I forgot you were playing For Honor.
Wait for me.
It looks like
Okay.
well, most of
Alright.
this. It looks like most of this is talking about like the games and also the movies, history and stuff. But looks like Tekken Bloodline will be released on Netflix later this year, but there's no specific
We-
season or date.
Do we
So
wait?
it's confirmed to be a series and not like a movie.
It seems to be a series.
Okay, cool.
Animation
Does it
looks pretty
say-
good.
Does it say anything about Heihachi eating another hatchet?
That I couldn't tell you.
Wild.
Dude, it's fucking
Oh, this
wild.
is a weird animation.
Literally, Heihachi shows up to talk. It's like in one of the OVAs. He shows up to talk, I think, about the King of Iron Fist tournament. Just fucking gets like a tomahawk thrown at him, catches it with his teeth, just chomps down and shatters it. And he's like, "You gotta try harder." Oh god, I love that guy.
I'm watching the official trailer right now. I don't know how I feel about the animation. It looks off. I don't know how to
Is it using like rotoscoped animation and you don't like it?
No, it's
Oh, I'm dying.
I would just
I-
like to say, anyways, fuck TV shows right now. Manga is where it's at.
Yeah, manga is fucking hot.
Manga is hitting its hype point right now, in
Yeah.
a lot of like very popular anime.
We can't attribute
Or
it
manga.
to American comics dying.
I
because
put
they're shit.
the clip in in the general chat if you guys want to
So-
see it.
Comic
My
Bros can
fucking
fight me on that.
shit
I'll
won't
win it
open.
no matter what.
So then, that's well. I'm currently in a match, so just when you can get it open. But
Alright.
and I would like to touch on manga. I would just like to mention these couple things that are going on currently.
What the hell just happened?
One Piece, big pivotal point. Luffy might have unlocked either his awakening, in which the next chapter his hair is different. Why it is different, we have no idea. But now it is soft like and round, kind of like how oil would look, right?
Yeah.
But that's weird. We always knew Luffy to be rubber, but is he rubber, or is he some other type that can produce rubber but also produce oil and things along those lines?
Are you telling me the Gumu Gumu no Mi is
Might not have actually been the Gumu Gumu no Mi.
I didn't even know that you were caught up with One Piece. When the fuck did this
and-
happen?
Anyways, let me go ahead and continue. And
Fuck. We've had, like,
Luffy,
2 years of
in the
fucking-
previous chapter, as far as we knew, he
COVID.
died. His heart stopped.
Yeah.
And then the great elephant, ancient elephant Gunisha, whatever, heard a heartbeat from fucking miles away. And she says, "Oh my god, he's returned. We haven't had the cries of revolution in 800 years. 800 years ago was a man named Joy Boy.
Yeah! Joy Boy!
Joy Boy was
The entire
the king of like liberation and pirates way back when."
series. Mate, is he the originator of the Will of D? Who knows?
Anyways, so we're thinking Luffy might be the reincarnation of Joy Boy.
It makes sense, I guess, with how Joy Boy's been depicted in flashbacks.
Yeah, looks exactly
down
like
for
him
it.
and all those other things.
I'd very
Alright.
much rather Luffy
I'm
not to
I'm
have
in Philip too.
it just turn out that the Gum Gum fruit is not the Gum Gum fruit. I think it'd be a lot cooler.
I
if
think
we-
that's what it is. I don't think it's the Gum Gum fruit, and people are trying to speculate what it is
Could it-
because
Could it just be that he's
'cause-
got like he looks kind of slick and oily because he's just in his awakened state allows him to be in an active state of gear? Who knows? Gears are
well,
endless.
so people have been going back in the chapters and recognizing things that characters have mentioned
Yeah.
that would then support why he might not even be rubber in the first place. And one of those is the way that his rubber works, how it bends in Snake Man and shit like that, is
Yeah.
not how rubber would react.
Behave.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
And then there was also apparently back in a lot of chapters ago, they would mention some things about nature and I forget what Dieter told me. Something about nature and how it like produces a lot of shit within the world, and that he might actually have that power because every time it has been brought up to Luffy about these types of things, not explaining it that he has it, but that it's in the world and shit, he has always pushed it off as I don't give a fuck.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I mean,
And so
either way, they got an out because in character, Luffy wouldn't give a shit. Just
Yeah.
wouldn't care. They'd be like, Luffy, this is how. Like he had the log pose that led to Laugh Tale, and he just
Exactly.
smashed it. And he's like, I don't need it.
yeah. So that's One Piece. One Piece has hit this big turning point in which we got to see what's going to happen next chapter because he's got to fight Kaido. Kaido is a big beefy bitch.
Yeah.
And touching on Boruto, which has been so sad as of recent, but the
I've
manga
been
has pretty
interested. I've been the manga's actually been interesting now because where Boruto stands, it's interesting because
Yeah.
he's full alien bad boy now. So, and we also still don't know where Sasuke and Naruto scale because we know that Naruto basically has control over literally all chakra natures at this point, and
Yeah.
Sasuke should still have 6 out of the 7, but we haven't seen them really in action. We know that Naruto basically can use Sage Mode a lot more efficiently, but that's all we know.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I don't know if
it-
you saw
it's
the most
so
recent
efficient.
chapter.
Well, they were
So-
also talking about it, how it was so efficient. Like it's been blocked out all this time, and you know how like over time, right? He's gotten stronger and stronger with his link with Kurama, right? But the problem is, right? He was still able to use the fucking Sage mode, right?
Yeah.
So even through the fact that he's not able to use it, he was still able to. So now the fact is he's able to use it and not having any blockers. So he's
Yeah. So
supposed
he's
to be
taking the
fucking
training
like,
weights up.
yeah, basically
like-
at this point.
So they took away Clifford, which I understand was a very powerful moment, and I thought was stupid. But he has the potential of going like Hashirama level fucking stage mode.
So,
Not have already.
yeah. So within the most recent chapter of Boruto died.
No,
He got
that's
killed
the
by-
second most.
He got
Alright.
killed by Kawaki.
He did,
Because-
but there's a new chapter out now.
Yeah. The new chapter, Boruto is not dead.
No.
And they explain that Momoshiki used the last 18% of his resurrection or whatever to revive Boruto. So now this tells us that Momoshiki can not be fully revived ever again.
My
Boruto
thing,
is now 100% Otsutsuki. He can still be sacrificed to the tree, and Momoshiki can still, have those rage moments where he uses all his chakra and then he takes over. will never-
here's the thing. In the most recent chapter, I don't know if that's the case, because Boruto seemed to be fairly confident that that the likelihood of that happening again is virtually zero.
He says that because he says he can channel Momoshiki's chakra better, so he has more
Yes.
chakra to use. But that doesn't necessarily mean that he won't get into a fight where someone will
That could-
fucking waste that too.
That could literally just be him being cocky.
I'm also kind of assuming that there has to be some sort of loophole for Momoshiki to eventually resurrect. Because
there
even
probably will be down
no,
the
there
line.
has to be, because in my mind it doesn't make any sense for me. Even if like his soul had died when Boruto like passed away or whatever, it doesn't make any sense to me because Momoshiki eventually wants to be resurrected. If he allegedly truly did use the last bit of that extraction data to keep Boruto alive at the expense of him not being able to resurrect, I would
Yeah.
think that Momoshiki's character, because of how egotistical he is, borderline narcissistic, I would assume that he would choose death over accepting that fate.
You think he would choose death than to
Then to
possibly...
continue. No, there has to be a chance for him to resurrect still, because I can't see him being able to be comfortable with basically Boruto taking over the new Naruto Kurama thing.
I think he'd be more comfortable taking Boruto's body than being dead forever. So it
That's what
doesn't
I'm saying.
necessarily mean-
So
but-
no. So
but Momoshiki reviving would be him turning back into Momoshiki. He
yes.
doesn't necessarily have to do that. He could just have Boruto's body.
No, I think okay, we're getting mixed up here. What I'm saying is that Momoshiki has to have some chance to eventually be able to revive himself, because if there is virtually zero chance for him to not be able to resurrect, I don't see why he would still try and save Boruto if that were the case.
I think he's so egotistical that he'd rather have Boruto's body than be dead.
But he doesn't per se really have Boruto's body though.
But as
He's
far
still
as we're
residing
aware,
in it.
if he can overpower everybody, he could have Boruto's body. Because the only times that he turns back into Boruto is when people stop him.
The last time it happened, I'm pretty sure Boruto straight up just started.
He ripped the horn off.
Yeah, like
him
he did it
himself ripped the
himself.
horn off.
He did it himself.
But if Boruto, borderline dies, it sounds like it'll be a Jujutsu Kaisen moment where Itadori lost the complete will to live. Therefore, he just let Sukuna take the body for a moment. And the only reason he took his body back and decided to die was because because Fushiguro said those things to him, where he pretty much said he didn't regret saving him and that he was glad he saved him and all those. And it's the only time that. But if Boruto loses the will, like if his father dies and all those things, I don't know if Boruto would want to live. And
I don't know if
So
he
you're
would
saying-
necessarily not want to live anymore. I think it will more like he's waiting for a weakness in his will, basically. in a more
Yeah.
generalized term, like what you're saying is that you think Momoshiki's waiting for his willpower or his resistance to Momoshiki's influence to drop down to virtually zero.
Yep, and then he's
Okay.
just like, fine, fucking take it. Instead of being fully Momoshiki, because Boruto can still do what Momoshiki can do, he just doesn't look like him.
Yeah, that's fair.
So it sounds like you're describing it is that yes, Momoshiki used the rest of his power because does he have another out besides Boruto?
As far as I'm aware,
He does not.
He
as
does
of
not.
currently, I do not believe so.
As far
So,
because
so it's keep. So he literally used everything that he has. It sounds like he used everything that he has in
Yeah,
with just
so
Boruto alone to take control because he's like, fuck, I need to keep the vessel alive.
yeah, it's the vessel. Because as soon as Boruto dies, Momoshiki's
Out.
non-existent.
He's out of body. So he
Yeah.
needs to keep the vessel alive no matter what. So despite how egotistical he is or narcissistic he is, he has to keep that vessel alive so he can gloat about how, I don't know, small his penis is or how big his truck is.
Exactly.
that's fair. I didn't think about it that way, but yeah, no, the Boruto manga is a lot better than the anime. I can
And
say that
At least
much.
seems similar to how Naruto and fucking Kurama worked, because Kurama needed Naruto alive until he could get like actually like extracted, and if Naruto
Ugh.
died, Kurama died. But
Yeah, that's
And
what
then
I was
there's
saying
also,
earlier.
escape. Yeah, it's like just giving him the he's just getting so you're saying Boruto is essentially the new Naruto.
Yeah.
Except he's just got a grown ass alien man living inside of him.
He's technically got a higher power. He's actually got a higher power ceiling too than Kurama.
Yeah, a grown ass man.
Yeah.
Does
Anyway.
Also, also,
does it ever seem-
I'm curious to see what they're going to do because it seems based off of like the lore videos that I listen to while I'm playing Yu-Gi-Oh or whatever. It seems like there's an undertone to Boruto might be the final missing link to actually recognizing another Otsutsuki god, specifically because Hinata and Naruto are both have chakra of an Otsutsuki. They made a child, and now Boruto now has the DNA of an Otsutsuki on top of the chakra too now.
So
Yeah.
I wanna pose another question. Does it ever seem like ridiculous on how the power scaling goes?
Yes.
Like power ramping?
My
Yes.
thing
I
is,
know Dragon Ball Z was kind of fucking awesome.
Shonen has a strong history of making the power scaling have to basically go on borderline infinite just because of
Yeah.
how the show is. And
I
because
thoroughly understand that. I'm just posing the question. Does it ever seem ridiculous, even slightly ridiculous, or do you sometimes think that it gets too ridiculous?
my thing
I
is,
think-
I don't think that the whole alien route was necessary. I think that was kind of weird, even though Naruto has like a weird balance of rural versus like modern technology. Like the way that they've always scaled it throughout the series didn't really make a lot of sense to me. But the alien, I think that there were better. There had to have been multiple options for them to for how they wanted to end the Shippuden or how they wanted to end that story. I don't think aliens was the best route.
Yeah, dude. Well, the
Yeah,
thing
but Dragon
is
Ball
too
Z
is like,
did it, and it took off really well. So maybe it was a
Well,
gamble.
but the thing is too is like, they just make it come out of left field that like Atsutsukis are still alive and they're just in another dimension. It's like, why?
Yeah.
Like where? Why? Like that?
That
What-
part
what
I
is that-
didn't mind because they had already broken the barrier to with Kaguya saying that she was from another world, and they also referenced multiple
but-
times before Shippuden ended where she was either hiding from other people, or she was either like planning on the others to show up, or
waiting to
that
be
she was
resurrected.
no
Fucking
her original
Kaguya-
reason for her
Dude,
coming to
Kaguya
Earth.
came from the moon because it was Princess Kaguya, that Japanese story, and when they had the tree of chakra, she was like, "All right, guys, don't eat the fucking tree." That was her only
Need it.
point. And then they ate the
Oh.
tree, and she's like, "What the fuck?"
Well, now
No,
I
they
gotta tell
didn't.
you.
Yeah,
Listen,
well,
Alan,
no,
you
no,
can-
no. Some dude, what? No, actually, that's incorrect.
Oh,
Some
in
dude
the original story, you mean?
Some dude, yeah, some dude fucked her,
Okay.
and then she shit out a baby. And
Yeah,
the
no,
chakra
that
started
was
spreading, and she's like, "Hold up, hold up, hold up." we can't start giving people chakra. We gotta like take this shit back, like right now. I'm repossessing this shit.
Repo.
Y'all niggas,
Repo in your
y'all
chakra,
niggas been
bitch.
default on 6 payments. I'm taking this shit back.
Yeah.
Basically.
I
No,
will
like
say
Right.
the Otsutsuki is a cool concept, but I don't know. It seems like Dragon Ball Z or like a reattempt of Dragon Ball Z, even if that sounds like a very shallow assessment of the series. I don't really give a shit if someone says it's shallow, because fuck off. But like, I don't know. It just seems ridiculous. It does seem interesting. Like, whenever you guys bring up the topics of it, it makes me want to at least watch.
I
Fuck
wouldn't
you,
recommend watching the
Naruto.
anime because the anime is so much
Yeah.
worse.
It's
It's
mainly
Yeah.
just watching like the third-party accessory, like the third-party assessment videos that people make.
the moment that they went back in time to see like fucking past Naruto and Jiraiya and shit like that, that's where I was just like, okay, this is just fucking stupid. I
Yeah?
did not like that whole
No,
retro thing because I'm pretty sure that the whole point of that was to try
Boruto
and
needed a
have
way.
Boruto gain another perspective on what his father went through as a kid and as a teenager. But the
Yeah.
problem is that they went through that with a movie first, and then through the first 50 episodes, they addressed that.
Yeah, no, but they wanted to have Boruto go back in time so you could use Kid Naruto.
Yeah, no, that was where I was
show off
like,
the first
I'll
three
wait
episodes?
until the fucking Boruto version of
Oh my
Shippuden.
God.
Am I incorrect about that, or did
What?
they only show off 3 tales during that?
I think it was up to 3.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah, no,
I think
no,
it
it was 3. It was 3 because
I
he
think it was
he didn't go
Shippuden
to
era
Chakra Mode
Naruto.
2. He didn't go to
Yeah.
Four Tails.
Oh.
Yeah, that was in Shippuden. My bad.
Yeah.
But
Anyway, so there's
yeah,
Boruto
it's cool. Yeah, Boruto burrito.
doing good.
Attack
Jujutsu
on
Kaisen
Titan. Attack on
is in
Titan
the-
first. We'll talk about Attack on Titan first. That show
From-
is completely fucking whack, or not even whack. Actually, it's fucking amazing right now. I am loving it. It keeps fucking me, throwing me for a loop, but not in a bad way. The twist after every single season has always been something that, while it's thrown me for a loop once again, it hasn't necessarily in my mind said, okay, that's fucking stupid. Or if it did at first, then the rest of the season after that, like after that ending or whatever, that cliffhanger, the explanations seemed to be good enough to where I was like, okay, I can accept this. And it got to the point where I was like, okay, this is pretty cool.
Did it
So.
feel like there was decent pre-planning for the series, or do you feel like it just kind of meshed
Fuck,
together?
I gotta
I think it's just been flowing really well. I personally haven't paid enough attention to Attack on Titan to be able to tell whether or not they've just been kind of like throwing shit and seeing if it sticks compared to like Naruto, because you can tell with Naruto they did that shit. Like that's very apparent. But with Attack on Titan, I've only watched the whole series up until the current point once. I haven't
I have to
rewatched
listen
it
to
yet.
I like it. I finished it before the show, so I know what happens unless they change it. But I
Which
like
is
it.
always
It's still
fairly
pretty cool.
possible.
Yeah, it's still pretty cool. I think
Okay.
it has a good run. I definitely think it's up there with all the newer anime.
That's
I'm
fair.
glad it actually ends. I'm glad it finds an ending, unlike some others. Even though I'm glad some others are still there, they don't really need to be there that long.
No.
Yeah.
Just like how, while I like Super, I think it was unnecessary. Boruto,
Yeah,
once again,
Though the manga in Super is actually getting really nice.
that's fair. I'm curious to see what's gonna happen with the next chapter, because Goku
Okay, so you're
seems
caught
to.
up.
Yeah, no, I'm caught up.
Okay.
Goku,
Yeah, that's
as of
cool
right
too.
now, I think he's learning about his father right now,
Yup.
more so, anyways.
Yeah.
And also he's trying to find his shtick to make his unique version of Ultra Instinct actually like become a stable form versus him only being able to either use it as like a last minute fucking main character plot armor moment or like just luck of the draw.
Yeah.
Pretty nice. I like it so far.
Speaking of Dragon Ball, actually, did you guys know that they still make the TCG cards?
Yes.
Like they have ones all the way up to Super. They have Ultra Instinct TCG cards and shit.
I'm pretty sure I've said this to you.
I haven't said this to the other two people in the podcast, though, Kane.
don't know. I don't pay
yeah,
attention to cards,
don't
but
know
that's
what
all
they
pretty
are.
cool.
Philip,
Yeah.
Philip isn't real. He's a figment of your imagination.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
roll with Philip and fuck
That's
him.
fair. But no, I thought that was pretty cool. I might start collecting them because I started collecting a bunch of cards.
Yes.
So, just
Yeah, so
because
then
the cards are are really actually really good. They're really really detailed. It's very nice. Anyways,
yeah, then
Shit
there's
is pretty nice.
Jujutsu Kaisen is in its high point
Yeah.
of its war.
Yeah, it's going down.
And
oh, for the
Yuta,
manga?
and Yuta, the one it's based around, is slapping shit right now. He is beating up 2 people on his own. He's whooping their ass, and these people is nothing to play with.
How many
And
fingers is he in? Like, how many fingers has he ingested in the manga right now?
I don't know where he's at right now. I think still 5 or 6.
Really?
I think so, because a lot of shit happens literally like right after they get into a whole war and all that. But the war is continuing, and then there's
Ton is pretty fresh.
yeah, that movie really touches on the character that you haven't met yet that Gojo says is like on the track to be just as powerful as him.
Oh, damn.
And he's in the war. He's in like one area of the war by himself, just beating people up. I'm telling you, he's just beating people up. And then he wasn't even at max power. And this latest chapter showed him put on his max power, and oh my god, it's dirty. He's
I'm
a
gonna have
dirty
to
guy.
start reading it then because
Yeah.
I'm getting impatient with waiting for the anime.
Yeah, and then what's it called? Black Clover. They're fighting Lucifer. If you didn't know.
I honestly, I think I'm gonna give Black Clover another try because I tried to watch it and I quit after the first 5 episodes because
Yeah,
even
you
as
gotta
a
get a little
shonen
further.
character, he is still incredibly fucking obnoxious.
Oh, so one thing, yeah, one really bad detriment of Black Clover is like the first. How many episodes is it? It's like almost 20 episodes. It's just
Yeah,
like
20
fucking
episodes
filler.
is filler.
It's just filler. If you wanna, literally, I at least I highly recommend reading the manga because that shit is the exact opposite of a drip feed.
Black
Fantastic.
Clover is
Like-
easily one of my favorites so far, and they are just it's constant fighting right now. It has not been any stop
Read
into
the
the fighting.
manga and then like look up the fights when they come out in the anime.
Yeah,
True.
and then
The best.
they fucking announced a movie just last week.
Yeah, they did.
So there's that. We'll see what that's about because they have not given any information besides the fact he's in Devil Union mode. So it's probably either a side story that they're gonna create, or it's gonna be touching upon them fighting the 3 Socrates families, which are the devil users,
Big spookies.
the demon users.
Has anyone been keeping up with My Hero Academia?
Nah. I
Yes,
stopped after Dark Deku Saga.
I have kept up with My Hero. They are also in the beginnings of the last war.
The Last
So-
War? Are they almost done with the series?
He's about to go fight. Like they're getting into the progression of him going to fight. What's his name?
One for all or all for one?
The guy that inherited it.
Oh, fucking yeah, Chap Lips.
Yeah, Chap Lips. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that he had inherited it yet. I haven't been able to keep up with it because
How
the
did
the app that I was using prior to getting my new phone to actually keep up with the manga, it shut down. So yeah, it was great.
was it the Manga Rock app?
Yes.
Yeah, so-
Yeah,
they-
dude, Rip in Peace. Manga Dex is pretty decent. They do get like DDoS a lot. They actually
Yeah, I
separate
was
the
using
different, like, a
Manga
couple
Dex for a little bit, but they
different
don't have a phone app, do they? I don't think they do.
I don't believe they do.
Yeah, I think
You
it's a
can
web
just use
browser.
in-browser, though.
Yeah,
The browser for mobile is perfectly fine.
is it? Might have to
Yeah.
give that a shot then.
The only problem is that
Oh.
the site will get taken down, which may or may not be a conspiracy in itself.
That's
I like
fair.
to believe it is.
Next series of interest for us would probably be Demon Slayer. As we all should know at this point, the manga is over. My coworker Jenny actually read the whole manga and she said that it's good, but it's heartbreaking, just
Yes.
because of how grim. They basically just show off how grim it is to be a uh fuck what
Exactly.
Hashira. There we go.
Yeah.
They
It gets pretty fucking rough.
yes, but it is good. I'm currently working my way through catching up on the manga. I'm not too far. I'm like maybe 2 or 3 episodes in.
Did you at least get to the point where best character becomes the bestest character?
Probably not.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that's the only thing I can think of. Have you been keeping up with any of these, Fox?
Demon Slayer a little bit. I've been trying to get into that one, but I can't sit down for a long time, so it makes it a little rough.
I get it.
Because you're back, or
Yeah.
I see.
But also there's this new manga I'm reading, called Gachi Akuta. It has 5 chapters out right now. I recommend all of you to read it. It's actually pretty fucking amazing so far.
Give me a synopsis.
When I give a synopsis, it's really difficult because
Give me a full story explanation.
okay, hold on. Anyways,
No,
so
you-
just to explain, the creator is the protege of the creator of Soul Eater and Fire Force.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. I'm already
Okay,
reading it.
okay, I'm
already-
liking it.
So she went out, she made her own manga. It's now published in Weekly Shonen or whatever, the one that's like 17 and up or whatever.
Yeah.
It has 5 chapters. It is based around, this is really weird. It's based around items. Just everyday items, right? Just
Yeah.
hang there with me. So the world is divided between obviously the poor people and the rich people.
Yeah.
The rich people look down on the poor people, but they're not necessarily
As
poor.
they should.
They're not necessarily poor. They just didn't have a chance to have a good life because the way that they choose that you are a piece of shit is if somebody within your family before you is a criminal. Now,
Oh.
Fair. That's fair.
so if
Generate-
your dad committed a crime, you were a piece of shit. And then within your life, you have to commit no crimes for your next of kin to actually have a good life.
Fuck
All right.
that.
This seems like a perfect world already.
Fuck that.
So the main character, whatever happened to him, apparently his father is a murderer. His father got dropped into this thing called the Abyss. The Abyss is just where they drop shit. They throw
Were they
trash.
not murderers?
Just a
The
big-ass
rich
hole?
people, how they do things is if they even get a speck of dirt on their new item, throw
throw
that bitch away.
Is it? Is
Get a new one.
I'm sorry, I have to interject. Is the abyss just a huge fucking hole? Like a ridiculously oversized hole, and they're just like throwing shit into it?
Yes,
Because that sounds conceptually like the funniest fucking thing ever.
it is.
Where does
It
it
is
go?
great.
Oh, fucking no, just throw it in the fucking hole.
We actually find out where it goes too. Okay,
Where does it
so,
go? Another world.
so
Hell.
okay,
My dad's
so
house.
these rich people they don't like the poor people, but the poor people can come into their section and do
Yeah.
whatever they need to do.
We can go hang out
but-
and be bored.
Yeah, but they will be looked down upon. The main character,
As they should.
he is a trash collector because how he was raised by his pseudo stepfather, whatever, that found him as a kid and took him in and whatever,
He
was
born
to
with
always cherish items, fix them. There's no reason to be throwing away all these fucking items. So how he makes money is he will take the trash that the rich people throw away, he'll fix them, and he'll sell them or give them to people.
Are you telling me this kid has a? Is this kid gonna develop a full bring?
So in that situation, he's now stealing trash from rich people, and they do not like it. They hate that he's stealing trash and fixing shit.
The fuck do they care? They're rich.
Yeah. So they kind
Kinda
of like keep an
bullshit.
eye out for him, and there's the instance where you get to see he's stealing trash, and they literally shoot guns at him and shit. Anyways,
That sounds funny.
he has these gloves that his pseudo stepfather gave to him, and the first thing he told him was always cherish these things, and he told him a story where he says the things that you cherish will then gain its own soul. That is why you need to cherish these things. These
Okay.
things that you protect, these things that you care for, gain a soul. And so he's been taking care of these gloves for his whole life.
So he is a full bring.
There's a girl he loves. He goes, he fixes a teddy bear, he gives it to her, but he doesn't know how he tell her to love her, so he takes off. He then trips over this mysterious man. This mysterious man is creepy as a bitch. Anyways, he just said, fuck it, whatever. Runs into his house. His stepfather has a sword in his chest.
Oh,
All right, all right, all right. Wait, is the stepfather also poor?
Yes.
Okay, good. As he should
So
be. As he
he's
should
still
be.
a little bit alive. So the stepson tries to go, help, whatever. The
Yeah.
police people walk in. They say, "We knew you were a fucking murderer, just like your fucking father." And
Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
arrest him. They take him away. They say, "We're gonna drop you in the fucking abyss."
Yo, let's go! Dip him in the
Yeah.
fucking hole!
To the big
Put him in the big hole!
People who murder get dropped in the abyss. Uh, he's pissed as fuck because clearly he's being blamed for something he didn't do. The girl that loved him or whatever, she then says, "Damn, you are just like your father," and then she like
Yeah.
pretty much scolds him.
No,
He's like,
Spits
and
on him.
right before
He's
they
like,
drop him, he says, "Fuck all of you. I'm gonna come back and I will find out who killed him and I'll fuck you guys up too." That's pretty much what he says right before they drop
Yeah.
him.
Alright,
And then
already this sounds
so
great.
they drop him into the hole, and he's surrounded by trash. Doesn't know where he's at. Doesn't know any of that.
Yeah.
A fucking trash monster comes out.
You telling
and
me he went
apparent-
to the trash universe? He went to
Yeah,
the
he
trash
went-
dimension.
He went to the trash dimension.
He went to
he's-
DeviantArt.
He's fighting these things.
Alright, alright.
I can call it. That's why I asked.
Before the man hits.
4 blocks, Deidre.
That don't seem like it's that strong.
If you want to, I don't mind. I'm just saying. Okay, well, anyways. So
He's in the trash dimension.
he's in
sees
the trash dimension.
Oh,
He fights this fucking monster. He surprisingly fucking kills one. But trash, it smells so bad that my man's just coughing up blood because it just creates poisonous air and shit.
yeah, this shit nasty.
Yeah,
That's
a
it.
random dude comes up. He fucking pretty much helps him. Yada yada, all that great shit.
Yeah.
And then the dude's like, "Where am I? I'm in the trash hole." And he's like, "You're not in the fucking abyss. This is Earth. You fucking sky people."
Yeah, let's fucking go.
And that's
Y'all are fucking assholes.
This ain't no fucking abyss, bro. This
What?
is the goddamn
Earth,
Earth.
dumbass. God.
Oh, okay, I guess. All right, but so then that dude, he then takes care of these trash people, no fucking problem, yada yada, and then they run because clearly these trash monsters, big as fuck, not something you just be playing with.
Yeah,
Anyways,
big chunks.
he then takes him to this random place, drops him off, and there's a couple people. They see him, they're like, "Oh my god, another person! What a surprise!" They see the clothes he's wearing. They're like, "You're the fucking sky people, aren't you?" So they say something about, "Oh, we're gonna take your shit. We're gonna rob you. We're gonna kill you. We're gonna sell your bones because you're worth a lot of money."
Yeah.
God damn.
No, this
I'm
is
like,
yo, tell me
Yeah,
this is his
that
bone.
shit
Has to
freaks me
replace him
out.
with
So,
trash.
anyways, they're fucking with him. They have him chained up and shit. A dude puts his fingers in the dude's face. Main character bites his 2 fingers, rips off the skin. He degloved 2 of his fingers.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
And they say, "Okay, fucking," he freaks out. He's like, "Oh my god, kill him." My man's, as far as we're aware, there's no powers, there's no nothing, it's swords, guns, shit like that. My man's gets mad. I don't know how strong this little boy is, but he ripped the fucking chains that he was chained up to and got mad. And I guess the story in which if you cherish things, they gain a soul, that is true. And he then,
His
the
titties are
chains that he had in his hands, they change into like, they're all black and they gain like fucking spikes and shit like that.
Racist.
And he starts
Yeah.
swinging with them, right? They
Oh,
say
so he-
break and they say break the chains. He's a giver, whatever the fuck that means. He's a giver. Break the chains so he can't use the chains.
Mhm.
They break the chains, and the dude, the janitor that dropped them off, is watching from afar, like, "Oh damn, he is a giver. That shit's badass." Let my man struggle on his own.
Yeah, and he shows up and he's like,
As a
And
"Alright."
he's
proper
like,
mentor
"Oh, no,
should.
he's like, "Oh no, they broke his chains. I might have to go help him." Little boy picks up a tire, then turns that into a fucking weapon. It gains spikes, all that. Smash the fuck out of one of them with the fucking tire.
All right.
And then he's still like about to kill people, and dude comes by. He's like, "Ah man, I need you. I just wanted to see if you had it in you or not." He says, "You're a giver." He's like, "What the fuck does that mean?" He's like, you can pick up items, and then you can then use them as your cherished weapon. That is your cherished weapon. The special thing about you is most people only have a singular weapon, but for whatever reason, whatever you pick up turns into the weapon. So you just pick up a fucking rock, and that shit will turn into the
Oh,
into
great!
that special
It'll
weapon
have
shit.
spikes, a spiky
Yeah.
rock.
A spiky rock. And so I'm
Yeah,
like, I'm
we're
fucking with
hoping.
this. And then they explain janitors are people that are givers that'll fight off the beasts, the monsters and shit.
Yeah.
And he says, "I'll only help you as long as you tell me how to get back up to my sky people, so I can fuck them up."
I ain't forget them bitches. I got a plan.
Already, oh man. So he says, "Fine, yeah, we'll do that, all that, whatever." And pretty much that's how it goes. They start to train him and shit, but since it's only on chapter 5, we haven't seen much.
Alright.
I see.
But it's pretty great. I think it's pretty interesting so far.
This is
And
the trash product.
I will say the art style is like dark or gritty trash punk.
Interesting. I'll have to
I hate
look it up then.
Shaman. I fucking hate Shaman.
I hate Shaman too.
Well, you're gonna have a fun time with this.
Fox, throw trash at him.
But yeah, no, that sounds really interesting. And if anyone is actually paying attention to the stream as well, make sure to at least give it a shot. What's it called one more time, Philip?
Gachi Akuta.
Gachi Akuta. All right. Well, that's enough about anime and manga because we just spent like 30 minutes on that.
No, I love it.
Do you have to leave soon, Philip?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. On to the next article we got about Gran Turismo 7. For everyone that doesn't know, that is basically Sony's version of Forza Motorsport. That's basically what it is. I don't know when it came out. Wait, actually. Okay. Oh no, never mind. All right. Well, anyways,
You know.
it's been getting review bombed on Metacritic, right, people? It has taken the #1 spot for worst user score ever for by actual like customer reviews. Let's see here. Apparently, it is over the recent downtime and criticism of the microtransactions. Who would have thought? A vast majority of GT7's user reviews were posted on or before March 17th when developer Polyphony Digital released a controversial patch reducing payouts from the game's races, thus making it harder to unlock new cars without spending on microtransactions. It was
Whack.
also offline for more than 24 hours between the 17th and 18th, which made it nearly unplayable due to the significant amount of content it requires an internet connection to access.
So literally.
What?
No, my bad. I'm interrupting. My bad.
Even before the latest patch, VGC reported that some of GT7's cars cost as much as 8 times what they did on Gran Turismo Sport if purchased using real money. A new analysis by fan site GT Planet suggests GT7 takes far longer to earn credits than its recent predecessors. According to its analysis, it could take players nearly 20 hours of grinding in order to earn enough to purchase just one of the game's most expensive cars. Understandably, the combination of slow in-game payouts combined with expensive microtransactions has led to widespread criticism. The funny thing, though, is that I guess you could call them professional or regular critics of Metacritic have been giving it like an 87 on PS5, which I'm assuming they're only judging like the game's feel, the gameplay,
Probably.
and shit like that. None of the user-related shit,
wait.
like specific consumer shit.
You said the real critics, real reviewer, like professional reviewers on Metacritic.
I'm not saying like real or professional. I guess it would just be like consistent ones that do in-depth reviews.
I don't.
Because I understand that like anyone can technically be a critic on Metacritic.
Yeah, what's the beauty of it?
Let's see here.
So wait, what do you mean by like consistent? Like they're always giving games good reviews, or what? Like
Consistent reviewers, as in like almost every
consistently
new
reviewing
release
games?
or like a majority of the releases they probably critique. I don't. I don't know. They're just labeled in the article as critics compared to like user reviews. So there's some different classification compared to like regular people giving their what you call it, their stance on it.
Okay.
Sorry, I would help you, but I have no idea how to play Jormungandr.
Um,
I have no
but
clue
yeah,
either.
let's see here. Anything
Alright, that's
else?
fair.
And this
I thought
fucking
it was
news
like a.
person's just
Thought it
absolutely
might have been like
retarded,
a
like
fucking
they fucking
IGN
always do in
scenario
this
where
game.
it's like, oh, they're giving it good reviews, but it's just because they're like,
Yeah.
not actually reviewing the game. They're giving uncharacteristically, like, not uncharacteristically, but like undeservedly
Yeah.
good reviews to the game. Most likely due to not like praying to God you don't get fucking blacklisted from getting review copies
That's fair.
because game companies hold. I think they still hold like a shit ton of power over reviewers.
Yeah, no, they do. Well, I guess it just depends on it. It really just depends on how much power they have over the individual reviewer. Like, and what I mean
Yeah.
by if the reviewer, for example, is like a really big Sony fan, then like Sony will send them review copies or whatever of whatever game that they decide to publish, and depending on that level of admiration that reviewer has for Sony, it'll influence their review and probably give it 1 or 2 more points out of 10 compared
Yeah,
to
but
like
then
a person that doesn't give a shit.
that does bring up another topic of if you're getting these like as a company, if these are being given out, what genuine incentive do they have
Suck
to give
on
it out to
my
people
balls, you bitch. Sorry.
where
Yo,
they
I cannot fucking block
bad?
that.
You know,
What was that, Kane?
Oh my
like
fucking
what incentive do game companies have to give out like review copies if they know it's gonna get bombed? And in that turn,
Because well,
how
under that, Angry Joe probably wouldn't have like a substantial following on YouTube because you have to remember that he's like one of the strictest critics on YouTube when it comes to new games. And
probably
I guess
I don't
depending
know.
on the temperament of the PR person for specific companies, they either blacklist him or not, but he doesn't give a shit either way. Like for instance, I think
Which is good, which is very
Xbox
good.
has been off and on over the years with him because there have been certain games that they've published that have just been absolute ass, and he's probably even told them. I'm pretty sure you could probably find multiple videos of him being at E3 or whatever and talking to Xbox, and him saying, "You guys know," basically saying, "You guys know that I'm not gonna simp for you, right? Like, I'm gonna review the game for what it is, so I hope it's good."
Which is good. Shout out to angry, angry Joe.
Well, shit,
Like
man.
that.
With how many different ways that he gets income and stuff for him and his people that like work on the reviews or whatever with him, it's just like he doesn't really need to cater to either YouTube or like any of the companies that make the games that he reviews
Yeah.
because of the fact that he's built up an integral persona on YouTube. People support him on Patreon and on his website and shit. Like it's just he has no reason to cater to the greedy ambitions for most game developers that make shitty games, basically.
Yeah, but what about everybody else?
Everybody else, I have no fucking idea. I don't watch any other critics.
Same here. I don't even watch Angry Joe. I haven't watched
Yeah.
him since like that guy with the glasses went down.
That's fair.
No. A couple months. Actually, a couple years before that. Actually.
Delrith, I'm assuming is who you're talking about when he left. I'm assuming, anyways. But let's see here. At the time of publishing, World Champion GT esports player Valerio Gallo has even liked multiple tweets criticizing GT7's microtransactions, including one message calling the game a real credit card simulator. Currently, GT7's most useful Metacritic user review, voted by other users, points out its requirements for an internet connection in order to access single-player content. The vast majority of the other ranked reviews criticize its perceived aggressive microtransactions. One review reads, I was a Gran Turismo fan. I've played this game since GT1 on PS1. Yes, the driving physics are superb. Yes, the cars are gorgeous. However, this is all pointless given an extremely short career mode and most of the obvious cash grabs with their microtransactions made so much worse after they nerfed payouts for single player races. GT was always a grind, but it was never this bad. Another adds, it pains me to give this a 0. This game feels fantastic, and so is the controller support. Graphics are great. Initial content is there, but microtransactions. $38 of real money to buy a single Ford GT. That is actually insane.
That is absolutely disgusting.
$40 for a single car.
$40 for a single car. Is that the cheapest car?
Well, it's one of the more expensive ones, so I'm assuming this is one of the cars that they're saying could take up to 20 hours to grind for in real time or in game hours. But yeah, that's
absolutely awful. I mean, not to knock on like Gran Turismo and those like the driving simulator, like the driving games, but they've always been like. It always looked like, at least from my viewpoint, that that's like free real estate to just put out shit. Like I said, not talking shit on them. It just seems like that always looked like it was a good avenue for companies to literally put out garbage, all like sports games.
that is very possible. I can't speak for
It's like,
most
no,
racing games.
I'm not like I always saw that as as like an avenue, and seeing that avenue being taken just
It just doesn't
is
surprise you.
no, but it's still disgusting.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh,
I
dude, I want to buy
definitely wasn't
expensive
expecting
cars.
Sony to
It's
do this.
like GTA. Like GTA 5 with their shark cards.
That I don't
Like, it's
know how they
fucking
balance
dumb.
it. I haven't heard any
No,
recent.
just get your parents' credit card, dude.
Yeah,
Have
you
I
just
fun.
need a wacky 3 numbers on the back, anyways.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's fine.
And then you go help. And then you go give the rest to Ninja, so he can go out to Twisted Tower and
Yeah.
go score some epic battle royale.
Actually, I have a quick side note about Fortnite coming up here in a little bit. But
Saying
so
Tiny Tina X
me
Fortnite?
me personally, the racing games that I've played have always been fairly good. I played fucking Midnight Club LA for like 3 years when it came out on 360. I enjoyed the game. It had a little bit of modding issues, like people would come in and hack the game and shit, but it didn't happen enough to where it was an issue. I played a handful of the Need for Speed games, mainly like early 2000s ones, but nonetheless,
Yeah.
those were still really good games. I
Like
played.
the one that came out like last year? Was it last year?
I don't know which one are you talking about.
Fuck, cause it was at like the same time you and I bought like a Need for Speed game.
I bought Need for Speed Heat, and I love the
Yeah, was
game.
that it? Was that the newest one that came out?
I don't think it's the newest, but
Or
it's the
like,
newest one that I
like
own.
the one that you bought like last year. I want to say it was
Yeah,
last year.
then it probably was
Yeah.
because me personally, I only bought one racing game on PC, and that's Need for Speed Heat.
I remember having fun with it, but then I uninstalled it because I hate Origin. I hate the Origin launcher.
Honestly, didn't really have any issues with it.
I also am just paranoid, and I don't trust the Origin launcher since like before the EA launcher was like stealing usernames to sign bogus petitions. So I don't trust EA. I don't trust any EA game that makes me use the Origin launcher. I don't trust Origin. It's a scam. Don't fucking do it. You're putting malware on your computer. Fucking sue me, but actually, yeah, EA, actually come out and sue me. Sue me.
Jesus Christ.
Like, fucking, you're not gonna get any money, and I will never retract my statement, and I will cuss you out in front of a fucking court judge. Respectfully.
Respectfully.
Only respect due to those who deserve respect, aka the judge and the peers of the court.
That's fair.
Maybe one of your lawyers, because he's new.
But yeah, that's what we know about GT7. Obviously, don't buy it. It's a waste of money, and it's literally a negative money pit. If you're gonna sink money into a game, make sure it's actually good at the very least.
That shit like went the way of like, like dead MMOs.
Yep, they basically just kind of said fuck it.
They said fuck it, and they're like, the whales will support us.
Yeah, basically, I agree with that. Moving on to the next game at hand. Unfortunate news for Halo Infinite. A few different things, both old and new. So first one that's really unfortunate is that I think we actually talked about it a little bit last week when we had our podcast, our last episode. They delayed, I think, co-op campaign again for Halo, and it's obviously causing a little bit of disruption in the Halo community, making people worried. I don't know if they delayed Forge though again. That might still be coming out in May. I'm not for sure. The follow up to that would be that unfortunately 2 weeks ago, Halo Infinite's lead multiplayer designer actually left. 343 Industries. So that could possibly have really bad consequences. Obviously, we don't know how this is going to turn out, but history shows that whenever the person that was a major contributor to making your game have its good points, when they leave the company, that tends to spell bad for the company itself. So
So game dead.
Yeah,
What you're
not too
saying
happy
is
about
game
that
dead.
one.
It's not even worth it at this point. I was waiting
actually,
for it to go on sale.
I mean,
But
it's
it
still
doesn't
free.
sound like it's worth it.
I mean we're talking about the multiplayer right now, and that's free.
Like I said, still not worth it.
Jesus fucking Christ. Anyways, moving on to, apparently they're still having issues with desyncing. Apparently the issue is getting so bad to the point where you can see it happening to other players. Let's see here. Major networking problems with Halo Infinite are reaching critical mass as players are now reporting as some of the worst lag yet. Players in matches are physically teleporting due to the inconsistent connection. Even though Infinite's multiplayer was well received at launch, over time players have begun noticing problems with the game's networking. Desync issues plague matches and completely ruin what otherwise would have been great plays. A Halo Infinite player recently captured a video clip showing an extreme case of just how bad the issues can be. A player going for a melee kill lunges for the target and appears to land the hit, but despite the melee animation finishing, it fails to register and lets the other player retaliate with a clean kill. This is similar to previous Halo Infinite desync problems, but having it shown through the perspective of another player rather than only the two involved highlights just how frustrating the issue could be. Meaning that it's not getting better, it's just steadily declining, and 343 still has yet to actually fix it. Mainly probably because it's an infrastructure issue and it's probably going to take longer to fix.
Game dead.
That's fair.
That's actually something. The next follow-up, Kane. Apparently, according to recent population reports, Halo Infinite has lost up to around 95% of their overall player base already.
I wonder why.
Which is honestly unfortunate because the game feels so fucking good to play, but
But game
there's
It's just because 6 months out and you got what, 3 game modes?
yeah,
Fuck, dude.
it's
I
just
don't have
like
no
Game
griff
Pass
ball.
will-
I don't have no fucking infection. I don't have no. I got SWAT, but I don't have ranked SWAT.
that's the only rank that I actually care about is rank SWAT.
That's what I'm saying.
Like they have technically they have all the core game modes, but the problem is that they aren't letting people like play specifically what they want to play, and that's just like a surface level fucking issue that the game has. So I mean, it honestly hurts my soul to hear that the game is dying already, because I wanted this to be a good Halo, and technically it is. I've actually heard pretty decent things about the game, the campaign as well. But right now there isn't really a lot of incentive for me to actually play the game because I can't play the shit that I want to.
Feels bad. Game dead.
And
That's
even
all.
if I want to get on the game, there's so many fucking connection issues that it's hard to get into a game with everybody that I want to play with.
All right.
So, it's an unfortunate turn of events, to be honest. Let's
Yeah,
see
it's really
here.
crappy
That's
because
very
like,
unfortunate.
well, and it's even like I feel like I kind of have a lack of content too. It's like I finished that battle pass and like it took me a decent time. I like the challenge that they posed with the battle pass and the way that you have to level up. But the only problem I that really I have with it is like those special events they were like supposed to be like banking off of, right? And trying to make it like super cool. Well, we lost it all. You know, like you have what the Tanari and what else? You have one more after the Tanari fucking special event.
To be fair, they apparently are releasing their next event is called Lone Wolves. There is a couple articles on it, including like a roadmap, what's coming to the
Yeah,
game,
I'm
new
just waiting for
modes and
Grandma
shit
to
like
call me
that.
back.
Cheated.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I
Okay, but
don't have the
it's
article
6
on it.
months and
I used to be what you.
we have one thing. You know, you'd expect like shoot like two or three like something they're gonna release because I mean Tenari was on release, and we still don't have some content for like equipment that we can see that we can't unlock.
Oh my god.
we have no clue how to unlock them.
That's fair.
unfortunate.
I got
People
two
are
knee
like slamming their
pads.
heads on their desks, wondering like, how do we unlock this stuff, and they can't figure it out how.
I
Yeah.
have two knee pads.
I don't know. It's an unfortunate situation to say the least.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Um,
unfortunate. It's very
but
unfortunate.
yeah,
Like that was
'cause
actually poised to be like the thing that fucking like kills God for this like.
to be
To be
fair,
fair, it
to,
did kill it, but
it
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 wasn't.
did, but now
It
it's
wasn't
fucking
because of
dead.
him.
It's because COD came out as a fucking mess.
Yeah.
It just happened that Halo came out as slightly less mess until now. Now it's a horrible mess.
Oh,
honestly, I haven't heard jack shit about COD, good or bad.
remember your Rainbow Six girlfriend?
I beg
Oh.
to differ.
She's
It
online.
had the anti-cheat.
Goddamn.
The kernel level anti-cheat.
Moving on to a bit more of a positive article.
Ah, shit.
Got a review or patch note for Elden Ring. It came out like probably almost a week ago at this point. It's coming up on that, anyways. The targeted platforms are pretty much all like current in one gen or PS4, PS5, Xbox One, as well as the Xbox Series S and X, and Steam. Major changes included would be additional elements added, including a function to record an icon, a name, and the name of an NPC on the map when you encounter that NPC. Added a brand new NPC. Added new quest phases for see 1, 2, 3, 4 different NPCs that you find throughout the map. Added some summonable NPCs in multiple situations, increased the number of patterns of objects player can imitate when using Mimic's Veil, and added nighttime background music for some open field areas. And they fucking did a shit ton of balance changes and bug fixes. You can look up the patch notes. They're on Bandai's official website, and I'm sure Kotaku has the article as well. There's just too many
Please
points
go
to
to
go
Bandai,
over.
Don't go to Kotaku.
What?
No, I'm just joking.
Oh, I didn't even hear what you said.
Oh, I said don't go to just go to Bandai. Don't go to Kotaku.
That's fair. Let's see. Apparently there is a new sleeper hit that is following it's the latest co-op survival game blending Stardew Valley, Terraria, and Valheim. The game is called Core Keeper, and apparently it sold 250k copies just a week after launching in early access, and that was a week ago, so the sales are probably even higher, or should be extremely higher compared to what they were back then. To summarize, it's hard to summarize everything going on in Core Keeper, but I'd say it's sort of a blend of Stardew Valley, Terraria, and Minecraft, with a little bit of Valheim and even some Factorio thrown in for good measure. Plus, it's all set deep underground in the dark, but somehow that doesn't stop it from feeling quite cozy and charming. It's already looking like a breakout hit. The indie survival crafting sandbox can be played in co-op with up to 8 players. It's currently in early access as of March 8th. Just 48 hours later, Core Keeper had already sold over 100,000 copies, and now it's up to 250k as of this article.
Nice.
So let's see here. In Core Keeper, you find yourself trapped underground in a massive procedurally generated network of caverns, having been summoned there by the mysterious core, a powerful yet dormant piece of ancient technology. You start picking away at walls to dig tunnels and collect resources like copper and tin, and use those resources to craft items like weapons, armor, and tools, chop tree roots to build a wooden base, collect seeds and create a farm, find underwater ponds for fishing, build bridges to cross deep, dark chasms, battle powerful boss monsters and their minions. The deeper you dig through the subterranean world, the more you find new biomes, new enemies, and plenty of secrets and surprises. So, I don't know how much it
Sideways, I went
is.
sideways.
I'm actually curious now. I could eventually pick it up at some point. So it's $13 as of right now. Let's see. The game does look pretty charming, honestly. It looks pretty cool. I might pick it up at some point just because of how cheap it is, and I could use a nice like sandbox game to de-stress whenever I'm raging at a game, whenever I'm playing. As of right now, the population in game is 18k, but it's also a Sunday night at 10, so probably quite a few of the people that it attracts are probably already asleep for work. But yeah, if you guys are looking for a new game that takes over for Stardew Valley or Terraria or any of those sandbox like farm life games, basically, there you go. There's a new option for you. Apparently, moving back real quick to Halo Infinite, apparently there is a rumor claiming that there are leaks for Warzone, for a Halo version of Warzone coming with Battle Royale twist.
That
What?
is
That
awful.
it is a Battle Royale. Okay, I'm not even gonna give that the time of day.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're
get me
they're
wrong,
they're going
they're
to Old
grinding.
Faithful. Just make it a BR.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm tired of battle. I'm tired of battle royales.
It's not gonna stop until the majority of the player base stops. Which
It's not gonna stop
plays-
until one of
who
those
plays-
big fucking companies just fucking completely flop. Because they're really not. People still support them, even though
Yeah.
the games are shit.
Ooh, that's a
No,
big sadness.
It's not shit. Just get good. You're bad. You can't do
'Cause,
chicken
like,
wonder.
The,
You can't
and
do
what-
chicken
the
dinner.
thing too is like the population is to a point where like you
Chicken
can
dinner.
like at this point of
Oh, I
like
left.
you can
What a
flop
puss.
on a game and only get like 40% instead of like a 65-70% retain, but like the population is to a point where they're still making fucking stupid money.
Yeah.
Alright.
No, that's totally fair. Honestly, you just
Ah.
like this is just gonna be the thing. You just have to deal with this oversaturation until like even the kids that play BRs get tired. Because once that happens, who the fuck are they gonna scam out of money?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Into, at least from my opinion, that's what BRs fucking just turn into. They just turn into scams for kids
Yep.
to waste their parents' credit card money.
That's exactly true.
Any parents speaking out there, make sure to go out and check your kid. Make sure they're not spending fucking thousands of dollars on V-Bucks like every like article that happens every 2 weeks.
Yeah, what he said.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Speaking of Fortnite, actually, apparently on their
Fortnite.
next season, they are actually completely taking out building.
Fuck Fortnite. Actually,
wait,
you know what?
no
If they
way.
out building, I might try it.
I'm gonna try it. Yeah.
No, don't fucking try it.
Yeah. if they
Shut
take
up.
out building, I'll
No,
give it a
you shut
shot.
up. You're actually fucking stupid. Look, I'm not defending Fortnite, but that was the thing that made Fortnite unique. They're taking it out.
Yeah, no, that is fair. I don't like
They don't give a
Fortnite,
shit.
but like
Dude,
they're
it's
going to
it's
kill
going to be
what little
basic.
population that they have left. Because I'm assuming that the
Right.
game isn't incredibly popular at this point, because battle royales tend to die fairly quickly.
I
But
like the shitty crafting aspect of it, 'cause
the
I thought it was
game,
funny.
like, I wouldn't say rely, but it's obviously a strong contender as to why it's still moderately popular is because of the building aspect. That's what set it apart from the other BRs, basically.
Yeah,
And they're
it was
taking
its
it out
defining
for an entire
characteristic.
season.
See, I
They're
guess
taking-
that's fair.
That's horrible.
But I
mean,
like
I get it.
that-
It's experimenting, but like, do you really feel like you need to experiment that bad by removing like the thing that makes your shit pop like unique to see if the to see if it makes the game more playable?
I mean, to be fair, they're probably running out of ideas.
Didn't they just
No.
add?
And they
added,
got
like,
Spider-Man's web shooters. Like, we don't even need building no more. They can literally just swing to the top of buildings.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Like, don't get me wrong. I think Fortnite's a fucking mess. It's awful. And like I said, I think battle royales are just there to scam money out of kids, for the most part. There are some of them that are actually aimed at a mature audience. But
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to stop kids sometime.
No, it is not.
But
Um,
honestly, the only one that's like
I just
targeted
like
towards the
sniping.
mature audience that I can think of is the fucking Vampire Masquerade one, which even was
I
said,
like,
it's just some mindless filler until Vampire can like.
which
new
is
Vampire comes out.
also great, but it's not coming back out for another 7 days. So
Yeah.
gonna-
No, but still, like they said it even straight up. They're like, look, we have the map. We ain't got much. We just want to put something out to tide you guys over. Like,
Yeah,
don't
exactly.
get to it. Don't go too far into it. But we do have shit for you to go, to get into. This is just some mindless bullshit to do while you're waiting for our game. And like, bro, that's good, cause they're not doing like. They're not throwing it in your face. They're not like, hey, buy this new BR game. This is the this is the hit, new continuation of the series. We're gonna reference this in the new game. They're like, no, here's a hand job. Fucking like, yo, just take this. Like, play it every 20 minutes, or shit, play it every 20
Wow.
years. Fucking just wait for the fucking shit to be done.
Fair enough. You're alive?
Yeah, you knocked me just
It's like
down there off the side.
I
certain
didn't know
things
you
like
could fall
that
down there now.
in games I do find very like charming.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I just
But
like sniping people in BRs. If I can have more games like that where I can just snipe motherfuckers out the sky.
Philip,
Fine
do
with
you
me.
know when you
Technically
leaving?
beta.
Because I'm trying to play some Apex before I go to bed, dog.
My grandma said she was gonna call me back.
I
Bro, she ain't called
She
me
hasn't
back
called
yet.
me back yet.
Bro, you getting ghosted by grandma?
Yeah,
Damn.
apparently.
Bro.
I'm
um
asked for
down
I
Apex
asked for the truck.
whenever.
yeah, no, that was interesting about the whole Fortnite situation. But at the end of the day, I don't give a shit. I don't play the game.
It's
If they want to kill their game or risk killing their game, that's on them, I guess. Doesn't matter to me. But yeah, other than that, I think that's all I could really find to talk about.
yeah, pretty much.
Oh, what's going on? So basically, Fortnite for the next season, they are going to completely remove building. Like it's just gonna be a regular BR. There's gonna be no building aspects to it. But yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see how that plays out, but I can't see that going too well, to be honest.
Is this technically
Sorry,
consider is this technically
I'm sorry,
considered
too.
another form of selling out? Because I know Fortnite's already sold out super fucking hard. But like, does that technically count as a form of selling out? Because you're just getting rid of what makes it unique to make it fucking bland so it'll sell better.
You could technically consider it catering to like the people that don't really play, that haven't really been loyal to your game from the get go, I guess.
Yeah, but don't. Those people are fucking stupid.
That's fair.
Like,
Definitely
don't.
agree with that.
I don't know. Maybe that does brings up another issue of just catering to the lowest common denominator.
Yeah,
We
that's
need
fair.
we need the money to make our money back. So we need to make it accessible for everybody. Lol, lol, lol.
Oh, speaking of
If you will.
accessible, Kane, have
So
you
yeah.
gotten a confirmation for the cycle yet?
No, I haven't.
You haven't? Okay.
No,
I
I'm
applied
watching
for the
it.
beta access too.
Yeah, I applied for it. What, 2 days ago? 3 days ago?
I don't know, did you?
Something like that. Yeah.
But yeah, I
Tried to see
think
if I could just log in through the cycle on Epic Games, but
Oh,
I
that's
wasn't
gonna
able
hurt.
to because you just log into it to a loading screen or
They
Oh, I
you know,
couldn't.
title
themselves.
menu, and they're like, "Oh, we can't let you in." So I
oh,
ended up just buying Stranger in Paradise.
that's funny.
I'm having a lot of fun with this.
I'm actually dead. Yep.
Damn.
Oh,
I
so
can't dodge a lot of this shit for some reason.
This is what.
But yeah, that's all I got for y'all tonight. Philip, Fox, Kane, y'all got anything?
Nah.
That's about it.
I talked
Call-
about my manga.
Call of Duty is introducing kernel access anti-cheat. If I remember correctly, this isn't an excuse to play Call of Duty because the hackers will be gone. It's kernel level fucking anti-cheat.
Yeah, their anti-cheat
COD has
is
always
incredibly invasive, but at the same time, I
COD has always
understand
been
why they're going to
horribly
those
exploitable.
links.
COD has always been horribly exploitable. Look at the fucking
Yeah.
game. It's always been horribly exploitable. If you fucking let them get this shit and it goes in, and then somehow whoopsie daisy, oh hey, we left this fucking back door. This fucking fat virgin living in fucking I don't know Boca gets his hands on, and he starts like getting into people who play the game and getting into their computers somehow and just doing shit. It's gonna be bad. Just don't play the game.
It won't go too well.
Or just play like another COD. In fact, just don't spend money on that game, even if it's for what. Yeah, just don't spend the money on COD. Just play the ones you already have.
Yeah.
This is a ramp.
Yeah,
This
no,
is not a
I
statement.
would not
It's a
recommend you
ramble.
playing COD with that anti-cheat instilled because, as much as
I mean,
I understand like
again,
the extreme lengths are a bit ridiculous,
yeah.
but at the same time, I understand that they're probably getting fed up with getting people badgering them on Twitter and shit for calling them a shitty company, and on top of that, dealing with losing player base because the cheaters are so rampant and shit. So, I don't know. I
So
understand both sides, but I
so then
think they could do better.
I guess then closing
Mhm.
statement. If you really really want to play COD, don't mold so hard that you get like that you're okay with installing an anti-cheat that has the highest level of fucking access to your computer. like rethink your options.
Yeah.
Also, this is a definite knock on any game that includes like kernel level anti-cheat. Even the ones that I play. See, I'm the part of the problem along with you guys out there playing COD. We're the problem together. We can make the fight. We can make the change happen. Also, go out and shoot people who cheat. Like, shoot them in the head with a shotgun.
Shut up, Kane.
Theoretically speaking, if they were playing Fortnite, you would walk outside of the building that they constructed and shoot them in the head with a shotgun and get a, chicken dinner.
I need you to stop. Anyways, I think that's all we. I
Cut
think
me off,
that's
fuck
what. I think that's all we got for tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream tonight. If you did, make sure to drop a follow both here and on the Twitter, as well as subscribing to the YouTube. That's where we always upload the VODs to the podcast and stuff. Also, quick note: I'm probably this coming week. I ordered 2 TCG booster boxes. I want to try something new with both the YouTube channel and on my personal channel where I do live unboxings. I'm going to look into different cameras and stuff to see if I can run like a dual camera setup or something like that. That way the camera angle's better. But we're going to see how that goes. I figured it's just something different.
Woo.
The first box should be here on Tuesday, but I have one more coming in, and then possibly might get one more Pokemon related. We'll see. But other than that, make sure to join the Discord because we started putting the articles that we talk about on stream in the general chat. That means that whoever joins can also put articles in the chat that they think might be interesting for us to talk about. That is the
Man,
whole.
that's dope.
That is like one of the biggest reasons why we have the Discord.
We have a Discord?
Why am I having to log in? What?
Oh, I can't fucking move. Oh my god.
What? I don't understand. But the command is always in the description. I always keep it in there on purpose. That way people know what it is, and that way there's no confusion. But other than that, make sure to drop a follow both to myself as well as my co-hosts. Flip Flop, I've been trying to get on his ass about
Hey, I streamed 2 days ago.
Do you stream consistently?
I was for a minute on.
No. We're talking about right now. Do you do it right now consistently?
No, I'll stream later.
Mm.
This dude's really trying. Oh my fucking
There you go.
god.
You're telling me
That's the Discord link. But other than that, I know that Fox might start streaming soon. I know his internet's kind of wishy-washy, so we'll see. Flip Flop won't have an excuse in the next few days because his ass is getting internet tomorrow for his new place. So he has no excuse.
Yeah.
And also he's been raving on about For Honor having crossplay and shit like that. So
Yeah.
But,
crossplay. I have to verse all of these terrible people,
Yeah?
and I got
hate you.
thrown off the edge just 5 seconds ago. So
How are they Well, did they call you mean words? Did they say mean things about you?
yes.
You heard it, guys. Here, go, violently attack these people. Dox them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
Actually
all
do
we
that.
got for y'all tonight.
Federal offense, I believe?
Once
Don't
the
commit federal
booster
offense.
boxes all get in, I want to say that they should all be here by Thursday. If that happens, the unboxing live stream should be ready to go by Thursday or Friday. Just depends. Yeah, I think that's all we got for y'all tonight. Have a good one.